Hey guys, welcome to the instructional video for the activity of today. Now guys, as always we've been working on 3 activities, and in this case it's not going to be any exception, so we're going to work on 3 things which I think are going to be a little bit easier and a little bit more fun. So let's start. Now the first activity, as usually we have been working on, the activity number 1 is going to be you guys watching a video, and as soon as you're done watching that video, you're going to answer 10. You're going to answer some questions about the video, okay? Now, in the document, you have the questions there. You have the link to the video. So, try to analyze and understand what the video is telling you and also what the questions are asking from you. So, make sure to understand what the question is saying before you try to answer it. That's important to do. And you can answer these questions. You can copy these questions in your notebook and then put the answers next to them or below them. All right. And as always, as I've been asking you guys to put your name on the top and the date. Now, because it's Friday and you guys, we have the Zoom later on today. You guys also need to. You have until today to send your homework at 10 p.m. So that's activity number 1, is to watch a video and answer some questions about the video that are in the document. Activity number 2 and activity number 3 is going to be related to the AMCO bookwork. In this case, we're going to work on page 65, which 65 looks a little bit like this. Okay? Now, yesterday you guys did what more or less, if you were presenting a TV show about nature, what would you show and stuff, which was Space 64 right here, remember? So today you guys are going to continue similar story in this part, because what you're going to do is you're going to create your own travel or nature show. You know those shows that you watch on National Geographic or Discovery Channel or Animal Planet? Similar to that, you're going to invent a TV show similar to those ones. So you must place the description of the place visited, what emotions did you have on that trip, and the difficulties that you experience, which actually you can do right here on your book, because you have here, the first thing is description of the place visited right here. So you're going to describe, if for example you said that you go to the jungle, well, then you say, well, there was a lot of trees, there were a lot of palm trees, a lot of bushes, a lot of animals, it's a description of the place you visit. And then trip made and experiences there. So if you went to the jungle, let's say that, for example, well, I took an airplane and then we went on an elephant's back and we rode on the river with the elephants to get to the jungle. That's an example. Where in the middle part you have here trouble show, host name. Here you're going to put your name because you're the main person of the TV show that you made. So you're going to put your full name in this part right here. And then place visited, then you're going to put the place where you went. If my example is the jungles of Brazil, then I'm going to put here the jungles of Brazil. That's the place that I visited. Then we have emotions. In emotions, you're going to put how you felt when you went to that place. In this case, if I'm mentioning that I go to the jungle, my emotion is that I was excited. It was very hot. I was scared a couple of times, depending on what you felt. This is pretend, by the way, if you went to certain destination. And the last part is difficulties found, the food, customs, getting around, etc. So in this part, if the trip that you picture, if the TV show went to Brazil, to the jungles of Brazil, this is an example. So what difficulties did you encounter when you went there? In my case, as an example, I would put, well, the difficulty was getting to the jungle from the city because there are few people that can take you to the jungle. It's expensive. I don't speak Portuguese, etc., etc., etc. That is your own show, okay? The ones that I mentioned of the jungle, that's only an example of what you need to do. So just think about where you want to go, the things that you want to see, the how you felt and stuff, because that's the place that you're supposed to be presenting. Which in activity number 3, in a separate page in your notebook, or even so, you can do it here on your book as well. Actually, you can do it on the pages that you have, the ones that are. You can do it right here in your book. You just put activity number 3 and the date. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a half a page summary of that trip. So if you put all of the information right here in those pages of the lines, half a page, imagine the story of that visit. So if I say the example that I went to the jungles of Brazil, I'm going to put, well, when we went to the jungles of Brazil, it was very hot and it was very difficult. Not a lot of people. So you're putting actually the story in the lines. Here it's only the description. So both of them are going to help you. As soon as you have this done, your story is going to be even more easier to do. So those are the 3 activities for today. The first one is to watch a video and answer some questions about the video. The second thing is to complete page 65, this part right here, the description of the trip. And then on a separate page, you're going to make half a story of that trip, of that show that you took to that place. So that's going to be the 3 activities for today, Friday, and we'll see each other later on at 7 for our Zoom class. Guys, take care, and we'll see each other soon.